Hey lovelies, so a lot of you are going to be very happy with me that I finally stopped procrastinating and I'm making this video today. We are doing a serious declutter, probably like the biggest declutter I've ever done in my entire life. For those who don't know, I've been doing YouTube and Instagram, like content creation, beauty focused for actually nearly 6 years, or is it over 6 years or 6 years? Somewhere around that amount of time. And in that time, I have accumulated a lot of things. I've been very generous in what I've given away over the years. I've donated thousands of products. I've done so many giveaways, but I've still managed to end up with all of this. So it's gotten to the point where it's actually a little bit suffocating. If I'm totally honest, my entire house over the last few months has been a little bit suffocating for me, and I've actually been decluttering every single square foot of my home. For those who don't know, I'm actually pregnant, so I'm due to have a little baby girl in January, late January, and I really want to get this space super decluttered. I really want to bring it back to like just my absolute favorite products, what I use regularly, and stop hoarding goodies. You guys will just have to bear with me if the lighting changes too much. It's a bit of a cloudy day, so the sun's out one second, it's gone the next. Obviously going to go through and clear out all the expired makeup, which is going to go straight in the bin. I cannot give expired products to people. It's a health and safety thing. It can cause infections, it can grow bacteria and stuff, which is what causes the infections, and it's just not safe. So anything expired is going in the bin. Anything that has been slightly used that can be sanitized and passed on to someone else, I'm going to pop into a separate pile for my friends and family. I'm going to do some charity tubs, which I already have 2. So there's an organization here in my hometown called VANITY House, and they look after people who have been displaced from their family homes who are under the age of 18, and I've been donating to them for a couple of years now, and they have given me so much great feedback about how the products have been distributed, and it makes my heart really happy to know that I've been able to help people in my community when it comes to just making their birthdays special, their formal events special, Christmas, with Christmas right around the corner. It's a great time for me to get some tubs of product to them. And then last but certainly not least, I am going to pop together a nice big box of goodies for a giveaway. I will, however, host that over on Instagram. All right, lovelies, we're into voiceover mode. So I've got like 20 minutes of footage. I'm going to try and chat through bits and bobs of this. It's sped up heaps because it would just take too long. I don't know how people do talk through declutters. They must do them in like one drawer at a time, but I just wanted to go nuts and get this done. It actually took me a total of 3 days. If I wasn't pregnant, it probably would have only taken me 1 day, but I had to keep having breaks because my back was hurting, and I don't like to push myself too much during pregnancy because, you know, like God forbid if you did push yourself and something happened, like I would be so upset, obviously. So I just sort of spread out the decluttering over a couple of days. So you just saw me put away all like the makeup that I use all the time that was on top of my actual filming table. And now I'm going through some of the products I have on display. I've kept a lot of these products, especially Too Faced, as like collectibles, but the reality is they just take up so much space. And with a baby coming into the house, guys, I have had to get rid of so much stuff just so I can make room for more stuff. I'm sure other parents can relate. You need so many things for babies and kids, and I've been getting like really overwhelmed by just having a house that's overly cluttered, including my beauty room. And honestly, having it too cluttered has sort of put me off filming as well because it makes the space a little bit too hectic for me to feel like sitting in. So I've actually already taken like my computer and everything out of my beauty room to free up some space. And then now I'm going through like all of my drawers, and my goal is to get my makeup collection into just my 2 Alex 5 drawer units and that display shelf, which when you think about it, that's a lot of bloody makeup. Like that's still too much for one person. And admittedly, I don't film beauty content as much as I used to anymore. So it's just, I just don't need as much makeup. One thing which I never thought I'd be happy about, but I am happy about, is I have seen like a decreased volume in PR send outs, and a lot of brands will actually contact you nowadays before they send anything, which I really appreciate because I just like look at my lipstick drawer, for example. Like I pretty much wear the same lipstick color and I have 2 drawers of lipsticks. It's insanity. Obviously, like I've accumulated all of these over like a 6-year period, but still it's nuts. I was really struggling if I should like actually throw out my Kylie Cosmetics lipsticks and stuff, but I bought them when they first launched. They smell funny. I would never put them on my lips, so like what's the point of keeping them? So I do end up going back and going nuts on the actual lipsticks. That was just my individual eyeshadow drawer, and I only got rid of a few things out of that. And then obviously my Huda drawer I am definitely not touching, because those of you who know me know that Huda Beauty is my absolute #1 favorite. I'm obsessed with all their products. Like, I will never get rid of anything Huda Beauty. I will keep all my Huda Beauty products. This eyeshadow palette drawer, I just have so many eyeshadow palettes that are so old. A lot of them are barely used, obviously, because like I've got one face. You know, you can't physically get through this much eyeshadow. So I was really ruthless and I popped a whole heap of them in a tub. A lot of these are quite old eyeshadow palettes, but I feel like eyeshadow palettes are one thing that is kind of like the exception when it comes to expiration dates. If they're very lightly used, and if you're someone who makes sure that like you clean your brushes and stuff, I actually think they last quite a lot longer than the recommended expiry dates. So a lot of them I've actually put aside for my friends and family to take, because they're too good to throw out, but I don't want them, if that makes sense. So I've popped majority of these in a separate tub to give to my friends and family. Then obviously, getting tongue tied. I'm trying to do this in one take, so if I stumble over my words, we're just going to leave it in. But obviously with brand new palettes that aren't too old, they will be the ones that are putting giveaways and also donated to charity and stuff like that. So I have all these powders in this drawer. These are all like setting powders and powder foundations. I did get rid of quite a fair bit. I'm not going to go into like brand specific, because I will do an actual makeup collection for you guys, and then you'll see exactly what my favorite products are anyway that are worth me going in detail about. So I go through them initially in this drawer, but I believe off camera I do actually move them into my Alex 5 drawer unit. I can't remember if I do it on camera and you see it later or not. We'll find out. I edited like these clips a couple of days ago, and I'm only just doing the voiceover now, and baby brain, I can't keep track of what I'm doing half the time, let alone what I'm trying to say. I'm getting puffed. My Laura Mercier powder was shattered too, which I had no idea. I don't know how that happened, so I had to vacuum the drawer. Then these are all my bronzers, and yet again I got rid of some products that I've held on to purely because like they're super collectibles, like those Too Faced bronzers. Like, I don't use them, that's a reality, but they're so pretty. And I found as well that you guys would know if you follow me on Instagram especially, I love taking like makeup organization photos, because I love Vanity Collections dividers, which are the acrylic dividers you see me use. So I've held on to a lot of product purely just to like take pictures of, which, you know, when that stuff was going off on Instagram, it made sense. But even then, when I take those pictures now, they don't get the traction like they used to. My life is changing a lot too. Like obviously my priority is first and foremost going to be being a mum soon. I'm still going to be doing like YouTube and social media and stuff, but it's just not going to be taking up as much of my time as what it used to, because I'm going to be so busy with a little baby. You know, like I just said, social media, like I'm not going to stop it by any means, but it definitely doesn't take like as much of a priority in my life as what it used to. And after COVID and everything happened, I was just so grateful that I had a job with my parents' business that could actually keep employing me, because I thought to myself, oh my gosh, imagine if I had have done social media full time and then COVID happened and I was pregnant and like I lost my job, I was pregnant, and like imagine. And I just, you know, it made me realize that as much as social media is incredible, it's really like it's a really dick. I don't even know how to say it. It's a really all over the place way to make money. Like 1 month I can be super busy and I can, you know, get a whole heap of paid collaborations and make a killing. And then I can go like 3 months with no work. And when COVID first hit, all the brands that I would usually work with literally were like, we're going to like pause all paid partnerships. So I wasn't making any income from social media at all. So that just kind of scared me, because I was like, nah, like it's too uncertain. I'm about to bring a little person into the world and I want to be able to provide for her, and I need like a better job security, if that makes sense. So like I said, I'm not going to stop social media anytime soon, but it just was a big part that played into my thoughts recently, and it's also contributed to why I was like, you know what, I'm going to go ham and declutter this makeup collection. So you would have seen me go through all the highlighters that I had just before. I also moved them into a different drawer too, and now I'm going through face palettes. I just have so many face palettes, and yet again, so many of them have barely been used because one face, one person, there's only so much you can use. But this is the reality of doing social media. Like, even when you don't even do it as a job, if you have somewhat of even like a smaller following, brands are quite gracious with the product they give you, and it's really easy to accumulate a lot of things over time. Like I said, this isn't just like, 5 minutes worth of accumulation. This is like nearly 6 years of doing content. A lot of it I did by myself, but a lot of it I was gifted as well. So I actually got rid of some of my Hourglass palettes as well, which I can't believe I did, but yet again, like, they just take up room, and I just need to free up my space because it's just been getting so overwhelming. The Kylie Cosmetics lip kits, those ones I'm keeping that are in the boxes, have actually never been used, any of those ones, but like, I love the packaging. And now I'm going back to the lipsticks, and this is where I decided to finally part with my KKW Beauty and my Kylie Cosmetics lipsticks because they're so expired. Like, they're not going on my face. And all these lip products that are in packets still, I actually got rid of a bunch of them, but to donate because they're totally brand new and unused. So I figured, like, I don't need to hold on to them either. And yeah, I just went ham. So I might play some music now because I'm rambling so much, and this lipstick portion I think goes for a little while. So after filming this day, I actually went back through my foundations and got rid of nearly all of them the day after. So I now actually only have 5 foundations in my collection. I think I might have 5 different concealers too. So you guys will have to stay tuned to see an update of what I actually did keep, because my battery died, it got late, and I didn't actually record my second cull. And I just thought, Hannah, what are you doing? Like, you're filming these bits and then you're going back and you're being even more ruthless. So anyway, just so you guys know, there's even less foundations. I don't even have a foundation drawer anymore. That's how many I got rid of. So this portion of the video, I don't know what I'm doing, getting tongue-tied, but this portion of the video, so these are all face palettes, and I actually used one of the VC, so Vanity Collections trays instead of the actual dividers that fit the whole length of the drawers, just because I have all of these pressed powders and they don't fit properly in the actual like compact dividers. A lot of them are quite chunky and they are too wide for them. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to use the tray instead, so I can just stack all my loose setting powders and stuff up the front. And although like it doesn't look as pretty as when it's in like the little individual compact trays, I still think it looks very aesthetically pleasing. What do you guys think? Then next up, I think I have a skincare drawer that I cleaned out. Yep. So these are the grid trays, which I love. And I ended up using these for all my concealers and everything. So I've taken all the skincare out of my 5 drawer units, and I've actually put my skincare into the 9 drawer units, and I'm keeping these drawers just makeup. So what you're seeing here, I also changed off camera. Oh, I didn't realize, I think I actually started off with primers in this, didn't I? Yep, they're all primers. So I think I did one side primers, one side concealers, but then off camera, I've since changed this again. Oh my gosh. Guys, I've got a lot done. I've got this whole bag for the bin. This is for the bin, and I've got a plastic tub of stuff that's for friends and family to go through that's used but still looks okay. Then I have a whole nother 2 of those tubs of things for donations behind there. I've got some things that are brand new, that are newer in here that I'm going to go through to pick out some things for a giveaway. And I've actually managed to get all the makeup that was in this 9-drawer unit, and all my collection is now actually in my 5-drawer units. So what I'm going to do is zhuzh it all now, and I think I'll end this video here, and part 2 will be a makeup collection video, which I've also been procrastinating on for years, if I'm totally honest. So I just feel like I've got that much footage now that I think we'll leave this video here, and you guys will see a part 2, which will be all of this cleaned beautifully, which will also be my updated makeup collection, and I should have the giveaway all sorted by then, millions. Yes, I should. Yes, I should. Yay! Giveaway, giveaway. Alright guys, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the collection video, and I'll talk to you guys in the comment section and in the next one. Bye!